Welcome to an r/AskReddit video where Reddit asks and Reddit also answers, and I just read it and try to be funny. If I'm actually funny or not, that's for you to decide. What is denied by many people but is actually 100% real? You can love someone else without loving yourself first. There's plenty of parents that hate themselves and love their kids. Not recommending it, but it's a stupid thing to deny. I would even argue it's much easier to love someone other than yourself. That's deep. That's almost a little too deep, okay? I'm here for fun, man. I don't need a smack of reality. Majority of the folks aren't playing the official Uno rules, and I never will. The official Uno rules suck. I don't even know what they are, but they suck. Let the people decide, Uno. That our memory is very fallible. It does not work like a video camera. That's reassuring, because I got some fucked up shit in my head. Maybe my trauma didn't happen to me. It's okay to eat MSG. People are eating Madison Square Garden? No, okay. I thought it was funny. Shaving doesn't make the hair grow back thicker. Well, 13-year-old me was disappointed, bro. I remember when I got my first armpit hair and I was like, more. The CIA trafficked cocaine in the United States in the 1970s/1980s to fund Central American freedom fighters, stop communism, and protect the American way of life. Once people realized the government was responsible for the drug epidemic that destroyed our inner cities for decades, it's not that hard to start questioning other decisions they have made. Hey guys, so welcome. I just baited you into a conspiracy podcast. Yeah! Like there aren't enough of those. What statistically improbable thing happened to you? First got cancer in 1993. In 2003, they told me to get my affairs in order. I had 6 months. In 2021, they told me it spread to my bones and lungs. They gave me 5 years. In 2023, 2 years down and feeling about 90%. Either you have the body of a god or your doctors are really bad. I don't know which one it is, but figure it out. Got attacked by a robin in the morning, then attacked by a hawk 3 hours later. Weird day. Somehow this proves birds aren't real. When I was a teenager, I picked up a hitchhiker, and then a few years later, the same guy picked me up when I was walking after I ran out of gas. Never saw him before or after these 2 occasions. Talk about that Spider-Man meme where they're like, I wonder if I could do it. Hold on. Either that worked and it was really cool, or it didn't and I look stupid. I have been hit in the head by live squirrels 3 times in my life, each on separate occasions. I don't know why, but that's my favorite one so far. Husband and I visited our old hometown and went to a used bookstore we used to frequent. I picked up a familiar title in nostalgia and flipped it open to find a school student ID card. The name and photo on the ID? My husband. Turns out his mom had donated books to the store many years before we had all moved away from that area. He must have been using it as a bookmark and forgotten. It's not so surprising considering we used to live in that area, but the ID was nearly 10 years old by the time we found it. That book was sitting on the shelf for nearly a decade, untouched, waiting for me to come along and pick it up. Bizarre. Oh, that one was kind of wholesome. That's sweet. Don't expect that. A friend of mine, A, had a signed copy of a book from his favorite author. While he was at university, his mother asked him if she could donate his books, and he said okay. He had forgotten that the book was in his room. He thought he had it with him at school. When he realized his mistake, the book was long gone. More than 20 years later, another friend, B, was in Japan. He was in a cafe that had a book exchange. He picked up a book that had an inscription. It was dedicated to someone with the same first name as our friend who had lost his inscribed book. B decided to buy it for A, not knowing that A had lost an inscribed book from the now dead author. B sent the book back to A in the US. A was quite surprised to get a package from B who he hadn't heard from in years. He was even more surprised when in it was the exact same book his mother had donated. It was still in pretty good condition and even had notes in his handwriting in the margins that he didn't remember making. That has to be the rarest coincidence. Also, very wholesome. Don't expect that. What is perfectly legal but creepy as hell? Making those websites that count down to usually female celebrities turning 18. I didn't know that was a thing and could have gone my whole life without knowing that. Smelling a seat when someone stands up. Bro, if you ain't sniffing your homie's seat when he gets up, the fuck are you doing? In some places, it's totally legal to eat human flesh and buy human leather. I've talked about this on my podcast. If I died and my friends wanted to turn my skin into something to remember me by, I'd be completely okay with it. Hey, yo, fuck it. Turn me into a human skin lamp. I'll be the light of your life. I just came up with that. Are you guys proud of me? I'm proud of me. People fighting like mad to get the dog in the divorce, then turning it over to the shelter out of spite? That's terrible. Man, that just ruined my day. If you do that, you are an awful human. Normalize turning awful humans into the shelter. Start doing that. Nah, but for real, when I said that, y'all thought of one person who you would turn into a shelter. You're just as guilty as I am. Necrophilia was legal in the Netherlands until June this year. That's so crazy. Hold on, I'm screenshotting this and sending it in my Discord server and adding the only person from the Netherlands like, hey, yo, what? I need answers. Join my Discord server in the bio. Oh my God, lawyer hero. I once had a client drink another person's unflushed pee from a public toilet. The judge clearly hated that. He had to dismiss my client's case. Dude, I shit you not. I literally asked the same question on my podcast.
Theoretically, somebody pees in a urinal, right? They don't flush. I go in there with
Take
a
a
cup.
scoop. Yeah.
If somebody did that to me, I would feel massively violated, but did he break any rules?
I can now rest easy knowing the answer to this question. What is the most creative insult you've ever heard? Was golfing and stopped to pee on a tree. Didn't realize I was facing the direction of oncoming cart path, and this guy yells out while driving by, looks like a penis. Only smaller. A former coworker was getting some shit from one of our customers. After the customer said something particularly bad, the coworker looked him square in the face and said, comments like that is probably why you're missing teeth. About 10 years ago, a guy drove past me and yelled out the window, your mustache doesn't suit you. I'm still not over it. You know that mustache was bad if that guy was taking the time and energy out of his day to tell him how bad that mustache is. This actually reminds me of a terrible insult I got during a hockey game. We were playing a much better team than us. They were beating us like 8-1. This guy comes over to absolutely demolish me, and somehow just like at the last minute I was able to dodge him. I don't know why I said this, but I turned to him and I go, damn bro, you almost just ended my career. And I shit you not, this guy just looks me up and down and goes, some career, and then just skates away. And that man has lived in my head rent-free ever since. That was 9 years ago. That's all the Ask Reddit posts I had for you today. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this, kind of a different style, different format. Definitely let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe button. Go watch another one of my videos here. Go watch my podcast here. I will see you guys